Of Startup Street is all about the women making a difference in the entrepreneurial world. We now turn the spotlight on Vidita Kochar Jain, the co-founder of Jewelbox, a brand that's redefining luxury jewelry in India through sustainability and innovation. Jewelbox has also recently secured $3.2 million in a pre-Series A round led by V3 Ventures. The round also saw participation from several prominent investors, including Atrium Angels, Dexter Ventures, and JIIF. With revenues growing fourfold year over year and a bold plan to scale to 30 stores across Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities, the brand is poised to reshape how India experiences diamonds. Joining us now is Vidita Kochar Jain, the co-founder of Jewelbox. Vidita, thank you so much for taking time out and being here with us on our special edition of Startup Street. Jewelbox was started in 2022 and has emerged as a leading name in the lab-grown diamond space, right? If you could sort of take us through the inspiration behind starting the company and the opportunity that you see in this space.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me here. So Jewelbox was started in 2022 and it's roughly been 3 years. We're going to complete 3 years in May. And it's been a beautiful journey so far, and we're really overwhelmed with the growth trajectory of the brand. So the company started with a personal story. I got a lab-grown diamond ring as a proposal ring. And, that's when the story started. We did some research. We were so fascinated that exact substitutes of diamonds have been in existence since 2008, yet people did not know about the category at all. So we started doing some research. We found out that the market in the US had gone from 1% to 19% in just 4 years between 2017 to 2021. And we also found out that less than 6% of Indians today own diamond jewelry. That's a very abysmal number. But when I ask you to think of jewelry, more often than not, you think of diamond jewelry. So the aspirational value is so high, yet Indians have not been able to own diamond jewelry either because of the prohibitively high costs or because they don't think it is practical to spend so much on diamonds. And we thought that this category was a perfect fit for the Indian masses to actually be able to fulfill their aspirations and get access to sustainable fine diamond jewelry. And that's how Jewelbox was born.
So big opportunity here, and it all started out with you receiving that engagement ring of yours. But Vidita, as a woman founder in the luxury and tech-driven jewelry space, right? What have been some of the unique challenges or sort of advantages that you've experienced, and how has that shaped your journey with Jewelbox?
So I think the journey has been full of challenges, but it's also been a very great and steep learning curve so far, because my co-founder Nipun, who also happens to be my sibling, and we do not come from any gems and jewelry or diamond background. So we had to do a lot of learning, a lot of unlearning, and cracking the supply chain, cracking the retail model. All of these have been full of challenges. But I think what helped us was the fact that we were not bowed down by a set of stereotypes or any traditional thinking of how jewelers have been operating. We brought a lot of fresh perspective and thinking into everything that we've done. We've been extremely consumer focused, extremely consumer obsessed, and everything that has gone into the making of Jewelbox is today just because we thought how exactly as customers would we like to be treated by a jewelry brand. And that's exactly the kind of operations that we do here in the brand.
Right. So you came in with fresh eyes looking at this industry from a completely different perspective, right? Another thing that I wanted to just focus on was typically women-funded startups have always attracted lesser investment than those started by men, right? Although that is seeing some sort of a change, but there's a long way to go for that. Do you see that this trend is still continuing? How are you creating an equitable workspace?
So, of course, the topic of women entrepreneurship and women empowerment is something very close to my heart. Today, as we speak, less than 15% of the entrepreneurial landscape is comprised by women entrepreneurs, which is a very low number. And we really hope that we can sort of push this. For this, I am a part of certain sort of women entrepreneurial groups that help women with mentorship, access to capital, knowledge, industry connects, and things like that. In addition to that, when it comes to Jewelbox, the team today is about 130 people. And I feel extremely proud in sharing that at least 40 to 45% of the workforce in Jewelbox is comprised by women.
So 45% of your staff are women, which is great to hear. You know, coming to the business now, right? With the freshly raised through $3.2 million, how are you planning to split the pie? You're eyeing store expansion, marketing, and talent with these funds that you've raised, right?
Yes, exactly. So I think the major part of the fund raise is going to go towards expansion of physical stores across tier 1 and tier 2 cities in India. And we're going to be doing this through franchisee owned as well as company owned stores. And a major part of the fund raise is also going to be allocated towards team building and brand building.
Right. And, like you pointed out, you're very customer centric and a lot of your designs are getting a lot of buzz. So how do you balance keeping things trendy while still holding on to that timeless jewelry appeal? And if you could also shed light on who is your customer, are you seeing younger buyers driving the demand, or is the appeal cutting across all age groups?
So I think when we talk about the assortment at Jewelbox, it is very, very inclusive with respect to the design language that we choose. So the idea is whether you come to my store or somebody else like me or maybe a third person comes to the store, everyone should be able to find something or the other that they end up liking. So we're actually solving for the tastes and preferences of a wide variety of audience. That's with respect to the design language. It's a mix of both classics as well as new trends that keep coming up in the fashion industry. Coming to target audience, we're building a conscious luxury brand, which is mostly for the masses of India. Like I said, the vision that we have with the brand is to fulfill the aspirations of the people who find diamond jewelry prohibitively expensive or who don't find diamond jewelry to be a practical purchase. So solving for them, I think we majorly have the masses of India in our mind while we're building Jewelbox.
Right. And if you could quickly tell us, you've gone from 3 to 8 stores, but 30 is quite ambitious, right? So what's the game plan for scaling the business with both franchisee and company-owned stores in the mix? How are you sort of balancing growth and control at this point?
Absolutely. So I think we've taken a very sustainable path to growth. In fact, it's been 3 years and we are a profitable brand, and we built it in a very a very planned and structured manner. Till 2 years, till the end of 2 years, till last financial year, in fact, we had only 2 stores in one city, which was Kolkata. But this financial year, the year that we just completed, we expanded to 6 cities and with 8 stores. So the game plan had to be solid. We knew that we needed to get the SOPs and the operations and the retail play absolutely right, and we had to nail it before we moved out of our home city, Kolkata. So now, as we are in 6 cities, we feel well braced to actually take the number up to 30 by the end of the year.
So taking it up to 30, but if you could quickly tell us in 10 seconds, right? You said you were profitable. What is the revenue target for this year?
So we plan to end the financial year with an ARR of 180 crores.
All right, Vidita, thank you so much for taking time out and being here with us on Startup Street. And we wish you all the best on this journey going forward.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure speaking to you.